Jesus said, "For what will it profit them if they gain the whole world but forfeit their soul?" These are words that I've taken to heart. As a pastor, I know that I cannot give what I haven't already received. And the grace of God, the love of God in Jesus Christ, has been a gift given to me. My goal has been to try and live as much in touch with that and from that as a source as I can. The problem is that the pastoral ministry, as you have already seen, continues to change. And I've come to see myself less and less as a captain of a ship and more as a scout. As you know, I'm from the West, and the scouts would always go ahead of the wagon train or the army or whatever it was to try and find the right trail. In fact, the wagon train, to use that as an example, would never go someplace a scout hadn't already been. But in order to get there, the scout himself would make mistakes. Go into box canyons and not have a way through. Try and take a road down a mountain or form a path down the mountain, and it wouldn't work. He'd reach a cliff. Try and ford a river when the river was too swift or too deep. But the scout had to keep going. And in ministry, what keeps me going is worship and reading Scripture. What keeps me going is prayer. Working alongside of people like yourself in bringing the good news of Jesus Christ into the lives of others, not only through acts of care and kindness, but through service and compassion, by being involved in a small group. I'm so grateful that for the last 25 years, my wife and I have been participants in small groups. And we've made a commitment to tithing. I think many of you know that. Tithing, 10% of take-home pay from my wife as well as from what I earn here at St. Mark. In fact, I love it because I never see it. It's taken out before the check ever reaches the bank. Now, all of these things are simply ways of being planted deep in the faith we share, so that when I run into a box canyon, for example, like the scout would, or find myself in deep water, and that has happened, I know there is a God of grace and mercy, the God we talk about and worship every week, who will understand, forgive, and give me a new beginning, because like you, I need new beginnings too. And isn't that what the church is really all about? Isn't that what we share? The hope we have in Jesus Christ. I hope you'll consider practicing the marks of discipleship, because you'll grow deep, you'll grow strong, you'll know God's love. So, how often do you read the Bible? Do you understand it? Do you think you need to understand it in order to read it? What's your prayer life like? I think sometimes we in the church are afraid of asking these questions. What form of prayer do you find most meaningful, least meaningful? How's your generosity? Do you hang on to what you have, or are you willing to share it? I hope your reading will be, again, a blessing and a challenge, and especially an invitation to growth. God bless you.